What you're seeing is real. April 10th through April 20th in Swansboro, North Carolina. This has been repeated across the country in the last 2 years. So-called urban warfare training in America. Of course, in the case of Swansboro, they actually pulled people over and searched their vehicles with the local police department. A local listener sent me this video of the Swansboro incident. You see, they take out groups of young officers from across the country in the Marine Corps and teach them that it's okay to go into American towns and cities and take over the city halls and search vehicles. In this training exercise, it became real. They become so arrogant, they just followed their orders and began to search people's vehicles. And as you're about to find out, it's not just the Marines, it's the Army too, in Central Texas. Well, here's some Marines training to search people's vehicles, and guess what? This is some poor Swansboro resident that had to come through the checkpoint to get home.
Searching the vehicle right now. Over.
3 Avenue, this is CP. We copy your last. Stop the vehicle. Have 2 males detained. Keep us abreast of what is going on with the situation. Copy.
Roger, I copy.
Well, I'm glad the Marines are learning how to do their police work, and, well, here's 2 of the troublemakers now that they've apprehended. But before you can set up your checkpoints, you've got to first move out and create a perimeter. This is all extremely healthy for the locals to see. It's to train them that it's all, again, completely normal. To have troops running around your neighborhood at night pulling vehicles over. It's all part of living in America. I wonder what the government's so worried about in the future that we need to have all this training to take over our streets.
45. Down to 17. And then I want you to go down South Water Street to airport 53.
How long will you gentlemen be running these operations?
We'll be out here most of the week, sir.
Get ready for the biggest bombshell of them all. The document on your screen comes from Fort Hood, Texas, the largest U.S. military reservation in the Western Hemisphere. In 77 Texas counties, under the guise of bomb disposal, the military is serving search warrants with SWAT teams, civilian police SWAT teams in 77 Texas counties. Illegally violating every canon of a free society, the military openly invites police, state, county, city, you name it, for any reason at all, to call the military 24 hours a day for assistance. Please do not hesitate. Do not feel as if we are a last resort asset. We are here to support you 24 hours a day. All of our personnel for your agency and other agencies. Do not delay. Signed, Mark E. Crusoe, Captain, U.S. Army, Commanding Officer, 77 Texas counties. The infiltration has begun. Here's a list of the 77 Texas counties where the U.S. military, the Army to be exact and specific, is operating in, from Anderson to Bell to Williamson. Oh, but one county is conspicuously absent. That's Travis County, the county where I live, where Austin, Texas, the capital, resides. I found out about some of this 2 years ago, got involved, and stopped it. We called Fort Hood. And yes, their military police did confirm that they were even on the local Killeen SWAT team, the town outside of Fort Hood, and that it's going on all over the state of Texas. For more information or to get a copy of the actual document in our possession, go to the website Infowars.com. You can also see still photographs of a bus search in Temple, Texas. Mike Hansen, my cameraman of many years, was traveling from Austin to Waco to cover a story when he happened upon, on the northbound lane of I-35, military and police searching a Greyhound bus. So he stopped to investigate and noticed that the military were covering their faces. This is the same place that Mike was given the document that we just showed you, where the military admits that they're serving search warrants to civilians' homes with the police and a host of other civilian law enforcement actions, direct violations of posse comitatus. There were also plainclothes individuals who were obviously military working with the troops as well as the Temple Police Department, State Police, and BATF, who were all on the scene. But most shocking of all, our sources at Fort Hood tell us this entire operation was only a training mission at the expense of Greyhound and their passengers. Mike then noticed helicopter pilots, but he could see no helicopters. Of course, a little bit later, from behind the field off the highway, the first of two black helicopters took off.
Okay, we're here with the EOD, the Emergency Ordnance Disposal. Hang on a second. That's not what they are. Hold on. Let me get what EOD stands for. Hang on.
All I want, can I get you standing right there? Sure. All I want is, you're saying there's some people here that we're not allowed to film.
Right. There's some people here that we would ask that. Well, hang on a second. Why would you want that on camera?
Because I want to know who it is that is here that we're not allowed to film.
I'm not saying you're allowed to film them.
You just don't want their faces.
Right.
But who are they?
There's people here from Fort Hood who are with the mob disposal unit that we would ask the media not just to film their faces, get the back shots of them walking away.
Okay, but if we have no such thing in this country as a secret military. If they're out in the public, we should be able to film whatever we see. We should be able to film.
You can film whatever you want. I tell you what, you do that. We'll send you a press release. Okay,
but wait a minute, Sergeant. Wait a minute, Lieutenant.
No,
Lieutenant.
I'm through.
You said a while ago that we're not allowed to film their faces. Because I've done stories in the past where Delta Force, which has been trained in South Texas, they didn't want us to film them either.
These are the guys that we work with all the time. We know these guys.
Okay.
They've asked us.
Why wouldn't they be wearing? They should be wearing black ski masks if they don't want to be seen.
I'll tell you what. If you want to film them, I'm not inhibiting your freedom of the press in any way.
I was just driving by when I seen the incident.
You're welcome.
I'm on my way to Waco to do another story. Right. I don't even have my good camera with me.
Okay. No, that was their request. We try to honor their request.
But who are they? Who are these people that you're talking about?
Oh, okay. No.
So you don't want to talk about it anymore?
Not anymore. No.
Why not?
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Okay, but
that's my freedom.
Who are these? Okay? Who are these people?
Thank you very much.
Lieutenant, who are these people? You're not willing to tell us what's going on here.
I'm not right now.
Why not?
Well, because you don't seem to be very cooperative with me.
Oh, I'm very cooperative. I'm very cooperative. We just get stuff.
I understand.
We just get stuff. We don't want the party line. We want to know the scoop that's going on.
Well, I would be happy to tell you that.
Okay.
But
whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say.
I've been talking to the media for about a year and a half. You're the first one I've ever had who wants to get me on camera doing everything. I've been doing this for a long time. So you just make me feel a little nervous.
No, I just want to. I just want it nervous just because I'm asked a question about who these people are.
No, because you're trying to get me on camera, trying to like I'm a part of a conspiracy or something.
It's a conspiracy. Okay, here's my feelings of this. We should be able to film whatever we see in open public.
You can.
But you said a while ago when I first walked up that you didn't want us to film whoever these Army guys are at Fort Hood.
Now, a tactic we use when the police are being a little bit ornery or other so-called public officials or public servants, we like to aim the camera at the ground or to the side and basically get the audio. Now, you're going to hear, some interesting revelations here in just a second. Them admitting that the military does some things and they don't want the public to, quote, know what they're doing. So listen carefully.
Like these guys I work with all the time.
I wasn't saying I was going to do it. I'm just wondering why we...
They asked, I mean, that was why. They asked us because they do stuff that's something like this or whatever, and they just don't want anybody to know what they did.
Yeah.
Which for us, these are the guys we work with.
So how far can we get where we can just get some shots?
Well, how far do you need to get? You want to get right up in here.
Yeah, where we can see what they're doing.
Oh, coming over here.